The fact that there were so many sources having the story of Noah is more strengthening the historicity of the event than it is taking away from the books that mention it. There is many sources that mention it is because it did happen. There is more strengthening the fact that these events happen. So that is first now. That is enough of a refutation, but I'll increase you even more. Let me add you the cherry on the cake, as they say.
Please do.
If the Quran was taking, as they claim, the Prophet was taking stories from people, because that means he was just taking stories from here and there.
Yeah.
How would the Prophet Muhammad والسلام, first have information in the Quran that is slowly mentioned in the Quran and does not exist in any other historical sources? For instance, the Quran mentions Abraham, chapter 6 of the Quran, and Allah talks about how the people of Abraham worshipped the sun and the moon and Venus.
Okay.
A planet, which is referring to Venus. Now we found an artifact that shows that the people in Asia Mesopotamia, in Ur, it was called Ur, the time of Abraham, it was called Ur, which is present-day Iraq. We found there in a temple called Zugrat of Ur. That temple was buried under the sand at the time of the Prophet. The Sumerian language was dead, so people could not read what's in the temple. There was no temple. Anyways, the Prophet could not have access there. But we found an artifact there, and after the language was revived, and we found the artifact, we saw that the people at that time were worshipping this triad: Sun, Moon, and Ishtar. Now, the Quran specifically mentions that.